Hey everyone, I just wanted to let you guys know that the latest update was finally rolled out this week. And just to go through the update, basically at the bottom they're talking about jailbroken or rooted devices, meaning that they made it really difficult to use those now. So if you have one of those phones that are jailbroken, you might have more difficulty using it now, but I'm sure people are still working on workarounds, so look out for that. The other updates for this update are actually pretty small, as in they did text fixes as well as better performance when switching networks, and eggs actually showing their animation. Some of them would glitch up and not show it. And they made it easier to select Pokemon on smaller screens, so now you can click on those Caterpies and Weedle easier. And the most important thing for this update is that they actually implemented the Buddy Pokemon system. And this Pokemon system has been highly talked about, and unlike what people previously mentioned, there is no experience gained from your buddy when you're walking with him. It looks like it's only candy. So let's get right into the details for this update. In order to use the new buddy system, all you need to do is press on your character profile, and that opens up this. And in the area that used to just have your journal and customize, there's now a new buddy icon. So you press on that, it takes you to your buddy screen. You won't see anything if this is your first time, but if you press the switch option right here, you can actually select a buddy. So I'm going to choose Bulby right here. He's a Venusaur. And yep, it's as simple as that. And as you can see on this screen, it shows you a progress bar of how many kilometers you need to walk in order for your buddy to get a candy. So for a Venusaur, it's 3 kilometers that you need to walk before he'll get a candy reward. So that pretty much says it here. On the main screen, you'll actually notice that your Pokemon is not near you when you're walking, or he's not next to you, because mainly they didn't implement it that way. But your Pokemon does appear near your profile icon or your character icon, and he has a little progress bar himself, which shows how far he is along in his candy search, so you don't need to go all the way to the other screen to check that. But the progress bar right there next to the grinder shows. And as soon as you find something, you'll get a candy, as you saw right there. So as soon as he completes, you get a candy, and you check, the track is back to 3. It's all ready to be reset. So you can now start on a new walk and see what happens. So that's mainly how the new feature works, just walking and reaching your progress, and it actually shows it in your journal as well if that's what you're looking for. So really cool part of the feature, and each Pokemon actually varies a little by little on how long they will take in their walk. So let's get right into that. Total distance of your buddy's progress bar is actually determined by their egg category, and let's show this right here. So right here we see the 2-kilometer egg category, meaning all these Pokemon evolve from 2-kilometer eggs. And here from this list, you see a variation, meaning every single one of these Pokemon in this category will, if you make them into a buddy, it will take you 1 kilometer to walk with them, and their progress bar will be 1 kilometer as shown. The only exception to this is actually the Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. Each one of those will actually be 3 kilometers, and mainly I feel that just to make it a little bit harder to get Blastoise, Charizard, and Venusaur. So as you can see, those actually take 3 kilometers, but every other Pokemon in this category, including Pikachu right there, will actually just be 1 kilometer. So that's great. The next category of Pokemon is the 5-kilometer egg Pokemon. So this list right here has all the Pokemon that hatch from a 5-kilometer egg, which includes like Porygon and Tangela. And each one of these Pokemon, if you make them a buddy, will take you 3 kilometers to walk with them and receive your candy reward. So there's some region exclusive ones there as well, like Kangaskhan, Tauros, and Farfetch'd, and those actually are determined by the region you're in. So yeah, that's why the list includes them, but just wanted to point out. And yeah, walking with any of these will give you that candy for 3 kilometers, which isn't too much. And there's definitely some that are more highly sought after, like Coughing and Grimer, Tangela, Pokemon that you won't see a lot of. So really take advantage of this, and because it's 3 kilometers, it's not too bad of a walk. The last category is the 10-kilometer egg category, and this list includes every Pokemon that will hatch from there. It includes Pokemon like Snorlax and Dratini, and each one of these Pokemon will actually take you 5 kilometers to walk in order to receive your candy reward. It also includes Mr. Mime, as you could see right there, but he's another region-locked Pokemon, so if you're not in the European countries, you won't hatch him. But as far as this list takes a lot harder to get your candy, and it makes sense because a lot of these Pokemon are really rare, like Lapras, Snorlax, Aerodactyl, and Dratini. So I can understand why they raised it. It will take you a lot more time to get your candy, but at least it gives you that option now to be able to get some candy if you got a Snorlax really early and you haven't seen another one. It's a really great way of using this. And as you can see, there's also an Eevee in this category, which is really funny. But yeah, really look at all these Pokemon. And my recommendations, like I said, are definitely Lapras, Snorlax, Dratini, and yeah, just try those out. As far as evolved Pokemon, they actually keep the same buddy progress bar as their base form. So for example, we have a Gyarados right here. His progress bar is 1 kilometer, and this is mainly because his base form, Magikarp, also has a 1 kilometer bar. So that's really great. There is no benefit from carrying around a Magikarp versus a Gyarados. So at the moment, evolved Pokemon don't give you bonus candy or anything. For the most part, you'll still receive the same amount of candy. More research may come on this, but at the moment, that's the way it looks like. So just wanted to answer that question real quick. One great resource I found from a website called Pokemon Go Champ, they actually made a list of all the different Pokemon that is very useful if you're trying to look to all the Pokemon that are there. It tells you different things about them, including what distance that they take as a buddy to give you a candy reward, as well as something called buddy size. Buddy size right there, there's 4 different categories. There's flying, which describes Pokemon such as Butterfree that will just fly to the left of you. Or to the right, no, to the left of you. They'll fly right there. So that's pretty cool. And then there's some called shoulder sizes, meaning these are Pokemon that are kind of small, like Caterpie, that will just lay on your shoulder. Another example is Eevee right there. And Eevee is really small and he'll just be right on your shoulder. So really, being the buddy system, it makes sense. And then the next size is medium. So these guys are a little bit bigger. So they stand right in front of you. And you can see different examples of this one, like Jolteon. So that's really cool to see. And then the last category is big, meaning these are big Pokemon that will always stand behind you. So these are Pokemon like Lapras and Snorlax. So many big Pokemon. And yeah, there is an Easter egg though. If you look down this list, you'll notice that Pikachu, it says that he's a shoulder Pokemon. But as you can see right here, Pikachu is obviously not on your shoulder, he's on the ground. And that's because this is an Easter egg. If you guys know the anime, when Ash first got Pikachu, they weren't really friends. They sort of low-key hated each other. So they implemented this Easter egg where Pikachu needs to collect 10 candy rewards or fill up his progress bar 10 times. And when he does, Pikachu will actually move over to the shoulder, and this user here provided this picture here to show the example, and that's really cool to see. Unfortunately, no other Pokemon shows this Easter egg, like moving to a different position, but many people are still researching, so right now, if you wonder, why is my Pikachu not on my shoulder? This is the reason. So, in conclusion, what does this buddy feature mean to you? Well, for the most part, this new feature just gives you a new way to gather candy for rarer Pokemon. For example, for me right now, I've been using it on my Grimer a lot, since Grimer's like almost ultra rare here in Los Angeles. So it gives me another way of completing my Pokedex by getting this candy. And you're not supposed to mainly completely substitute going to places to find Grimer, but it does give you another opportunity to get candy. It's almost like a side quest. And as well, for people who are in regions where they hatch a rare Pokemon and there's none around really, like Snorlax, Dratini, or all those, or Chansey even, it just gives you an opportunity to get that rare candy. It's not going to be easy with the rare Pokemon, but at least it gives you some opportunity, and especially to power them up if you already got a cool Pokemon. So it's a really great feature that they've implemented. And yeah, currently right now I'm down to Grimer and Coughing, so to complete my Pokedex I literally just need to walk and to get enough candy, and then I'll just evolve them. So that's really great. I'm really excited for this feature, and I'm sure from the talks that they've been saying there will be other things implemented, and for me, I have a feeling they might actually implement some kind of like happiness feature to your Pokemon, which was really involved in later generations, which is really cool. So I look forward to see what they continue to do with this. Also, I wanted to update you guys that we actually have reached 350 subscribers in the last few weeks. And I just wanted to thank you guys so much. That's amazing amount of people. So I'm really excited whenever I see that. And I know I've been a little slower on my uploads as of recent, but I am working on my schedule to hopefully free up more time to make these videos. Not only these update videos, but also the hunt videos that I know a lot of you guys really like. So I'm looking forward to working on those things. And I just wanted to thank you guys again for just being so gracious and patient with me. I know it's sometimes difficult to wait, but I'm really thankful for you guys. And anyways, if you have any comments, feel free to leave it down in the comment section below. I'll be sure to get back to you guys as soon as possible. And what is Grimer doing right now? Easter egg maybe. Anyways guys, that ends it for this week. Take care, and I'll see you guys all next time.